Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Monifactory. Alright, so here we are today, episode 57. Now I believe in the last episode we had just gotten to the quantum circuits, so that was pretty nice, and that was a while ago. I do apologize on that. But yeah, I've just been taking things a little bit easier here and there. But yeah, I don't think I did too much off camera, and I say that, and yet it's going to be interesting to quantify if I really did or not by what I'm about to show. But I don't think there's too much going on in the upper floors here. I did get boots. Where is it? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, sorry. It's the helmet. The helmet has the air affinity enchant. So now if I were to fly, and then if I wanted to break a block, it breaks just as quickly as it would if I were on the ground. So that's pretty nice. And yeah. So let's pop down to the lower floor and get to what I want to show off today. So I did clear out and clean up a big room here. And that is because I pre-assembled the assembly line. And some of you GregTech players might find this cursed, a vertical assembly line. And to me, I love it. No more having to worry about chunk boundaries. How do you do that? Is it G? Yeah. So I guess it's F3G, and you know what? I might, if I make another one of these, I'll probably put it in its own chunk boundary and be sure that it is. But anyways, in the past, assembly lines did not work nicely across chunk boundaries like that. And I think there was some changes in the recent versions, but I'm not sure. I heard somewhere on stream that they are not as buggy as before, but yeah, I don't know for sure. Anywho, I did set up the autocraft functionality here. So just like before, we have an ME interface with a pattern provider, and the pattern provider is going to have the individual patterns with each item that it needs to be made of. Oh, and you know what? I might need to get rid of that data stick part. So let's take those out right now, and we're gonna say, assembly line. Okay. So anyway, like I was saying, we have the pattern provider and the ME interface trick here, and that's connected via fiber cable. So the rest of this is getting power enough to work, and then the output obviously is sent back into our main network here. I have 2 input hatches here in preparation for the recipes that we're going to be working with. And additionally, we have 9... Ooh. Wait, what the... Okay, that's not supposed to be like that. Somehow, some way, I think items got into my network here. Maybe at one point when I was setting all of this up. Okay, so like I was saying, each of these storage buses are going to have the report inaccessible items turned on, and additionally they're going to have a priority assigned to them, right? So the insert will have the higher priority first, right? So we have 9, 8, 7, and so on and so forth, all the way up to 1. So this way, it will send the items in the recipe first slot into first bus, second, and so on and so forth. So let's get back up to the terminal here, and let's get these patterns adjusted. I don't think we're going to need that in there because the data stick should be in the machine already. And I'll show that in a minute. Okay, so should be up here. You have the data sticks right here for motor and emitter. So I haven't tested this yet, And I just realized I'm going to have to rearrange the energy hatch here. We're going to put that here on the bottom, and then we're going to put this back up on top, and that should reform. Okay. Another thing I'll need to... Oh, actually, it's not a big priority, but I was going to say I should get myself a terminal at the room hallway entrance thingy. Okay. So we're going to come over here. We're going to plop this down. And I do have the downstairs somewhat prepared. I still have to clean up the rest of it out. But yeah, let's not worry about that too much right now. Oh, wait a minute. You need to go up. There we go. Okay, so boop, boop. Do I have enough conduit? Nope. Okay. Not a problem. Let's go and get some. Now, we are going to need to do some pattern crafting, particularly for the motor. Okay, sorry about that. Take a drink. Because there are some things that we need to craft first before we can even make the motor. We're going to need to make some rounds, as they're called, and a couple of other things I don't recall off the top of my head, and we're waiting on Signalum. Okay, in that case, let me go up here and look at what we need to craft here. So we're going to need HSSS round, ring. We're going to need rod as well. We're also going to need Samarium and rurit. I don't know. Let's start off with that. So, I did get the dust pattern automated, and let me just turn my phone off. No, just got to spam, of course. Okay, so we have the iridium and the ruthenium dust, and that gives us the dust there. And we have the ingot there. So let's go ahead and get the fine wire. Now I really wish the terminal... Where is that doodad? Pattern modifier. Do I not have that in my inventory? Oh, there you are. Yes, I really wish the terminal came with the multiplier like it did with Nomi. But what can you do? Okay. So with that, HSS, we're going to need round, right? And that is going to need a lathe with a nugget. Okay, that's not too bad. And then the nugget, obviously, ingot to nugget. Okay. So in you go, and then lathe, a bunch of there. Okay, HSS ring. That's going to require an HV, but we should have that, no problem. Yes. No. Wait, did I not? Oh, okay, I did make the HV. I never renamed it. There we go. So, what else do we need? Okay, yeah, Samarium and the HSS long rod. So, long HSS. Just like before, we're going to need a forge hammer. I always type hammer in first and never long rod. Okay. And then Samarium. Oh, wait a minute. We have Samarium. Is this obtained from byproducts that I'm just not aware of? It's got to be, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. Samarium here requires the UV there. And I have all of that. Is it because I have a... I don't think I'm packing anything anywhere. I am really confused. Oh, you know what? Is it because we have that centrifuge? Oh, that's it. We have the rare earth. I think that's what it is. Let me double check. There should be a crate somewhere. Yep, wait, is that right there? Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Yeah, that makes so much sense because I'm pretty sure that was the thing I had to do last time in the last season. Okay, so we have the rare Samarium, or the Samarium. Right, now we need to make the... Crap, what was it again? Oh, we need to make the rods too, but we need to make the... Okay, the ingots. Samarium. Right, so we need the ingot here, and that's going to be... I just want to make sure I didn't already have the ingot auto-crafted. Okay, so we have the argon. That should do. Now that's my question. Do we have... I don't think we have... Oops, crap. I don't think we have the EBF with the HSS Gold or G. No, okay, we don't. So I need to get that then. So HSSG, we're gonna make 16 of that. And this might take a while. So I might need to pause. Let's see, tungsten, HSD. We do have the conduit here, so let's go get that hooked up. So I see HSSG. That's about 126. 126 times 33 divided by... Yeah, it's going to be an hour or so. What I could do for the time being is temporarily use the HSSG furnace I already have, just for the episode. Okay, so... Alright, we need to get the power conduits hooked up down here. Okay, cool. Actually, is that even hooked up, right? Yes, okay. Okay, so if we wanted to make the Samarium, boop. Oh wait, that's the wrong ingot. Question mark? Oh, I'm doing it wrong. Samarium here. There we go. Okay, so how long does this take to make again? 50 seconds on EV, so that should be 25 or so on IV. So if we wanted long magnetic Samarium rod, we would ideally want to make a long rod and then magnetize it. Okay, so pattern, there we go. So then this becomes this and that from that. Okay, you go there, and you go there. So if I wanted to request a motor, how many Samarium would I need? Just the Uno? HSSS rod. Samarium, right, okay. So... oh, that's right, I'm using this, aren't I, right now? Okay, let me cancel this recipe. And that will finish up crafting that item. Okay, I'm going to change you to a 2. We're gonna pop you in there, and Samarium will say like 10 of that. Okay, so that will be, yeah, 25 seconds. So that'll be a few minutes. That's my fear. Is the Samarium going to be any problem to be cooled? I don't think so. Although the fact that it's not showing up is giving me pause. Maybe it's processing another ingot right now. And why are you having a fit? Did it already process it and I missed it? What's going on here? Okay, yeah, there we go. Samarium. Cool. All right. I don't think I need much else right now. Let me just... okay, so that will craft. So, if that's the case, I'm going to now... actually, you know what? Let me pause here. We'll let that Samarium finish up, and then we'll come back and go from there. Okay, I will be back in a few. Okay, everybody, we're back. Samarium should be done by this point. Let's pop down here, and let's ask for a motor. Okay, so it's not powered yet because I haven't hooked it up, but I'm curious. Does it know? It doesn't have the items yet. Okay, no, it's crafting the titanium and the HSS. So it's a good thing that I changed back the blast furnace, I believe. Oh dear, what is it? Oh, it's down there, isn't it? Okay. Niobium, titanium. So this might take a while. I don't know. Technically, it's making HSSS rods. Let's see, can I pop over here and catch things real quick? Okay, so that's making tungsten. So tungsten is what is the real time killer. Did I screw up a pattern here? HSS rod. Oops. HSSS rod. That's the problem. Okay, we need to get that moved. We need to go grab the ingot out of here. Did I also screw up the Samarium too? Or that what? Wait. Okay, no, Wait, HSS. HSSS. Okay, now that rod's there now. So if I pop over here, pop that in there, okay. Does it know how to make the magnetic samarium rod? Or is that one goofed up too? Long samarium rod. Ah, of course it would be. Okay. Let's get that going for now. Let's get a polarizer for the IV variety. All right. MATR, boop doop boop. Boop. Oh, boop. 4 times graphene. Oh, that's not right. 4 times. There we go. Polarizer. Okay. That is going to take a bit of time. So let me cut back when this is finished and we'll get this fixed up. Back in a few. All right, we're back, everybody. So I got the IV polarizer now. And let's request one up. That should hopefully get going. Did it catch on? Okay, well, seriously, what's going on here? Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Does it know? Nope. Okay, what is it having a problem with? Let's see. This should be online, yes. The motor's there, yes. Okay, the motor technically needs fluids, but does the pattern have that? It does. Yeah. Yeah. That all should be good. Okay, so why is it having a fit? That's what I'm wondering. Let me try this. Let's go up. Cancel that. Let's... I don't think this is going to work. But I could be wrong. Okay, so far it's liking it. Okay, we have the doodads in there. Why do you not want to craft? They are all set up. Okay, give me a second. Let me see if I can figure this out. And we're back, everybody. I finally got it to work. All right, so you can see it making the LuV electric motor. So what the case was is these storage buses had to be in the reverse order. So because the controller is up here, it needs to be the first. This bus needs to be the first to get. This has to be the one that gets the first item in the chain. So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and so on and so forth. And then out here, obviously, is the output. I also refactored this a little bit more. I don't know if it really was a big difference between the old and the new, but this is what works now. So yeah, that appears to be done. Motor. All right. LuV motor, baby. Okay. Now, with that, we can make the emitter. So do I have that pattern? I might have done away with it? Question mark? Not in there. There you are. Okay. So, oops, wrong thing. What it ended up being also, the data stick does not need to be in the pattern here. It just needs to be, the data stick needs to be in the data hatch. Okay, so everything here besides the exception, with the exception of this, maybe this, I think we all have that ready to go. So let me go ahead and put that with that. We'll drop that in there. And let's see if we can't get the emitter. Right, okay, so there's three things: the palladium, the HSS frame, and the RU. So long RU hammer, HSS frame, did it again, and palladium foil. Palladium, oh wow, my fingers, where are they doing? Okay, so foil. We don't have the plate recipe, so let's fix that. Now, I do have this up here, so why don't we just do that? Let's duplicate both of these. I hate how it does that. There we go. Boop and boop. Okay. So ideally, should be good to go. Oh, of course, I always forget the in-betweener. Root it, lathe. Okay, now that should work. Cool. All right. So it's got to make all of that. Is there anything in here that's going to need me to really pause for an extended period of time? I don't believe. What is that up there? Annealed copper. That should be fine. Lumium. That might take some time. So yeah, that might take some time. So let's pop into the quest book before I do take a pause. That game. So we are going to want to work towards the micro miner here, because that will lead into Naquata. And I believe I looked up how to pronounce this. I believe it was Naquata. So yeah, so we need to get the iridium double plates. What is that waiting on? 0%. But yeah, we do want the tier 5 miner before we can get into Naquata, and eventually this whole mess over here. Crystal growing. That's going to be a thing too. We're going to have to make Enderium, at least right away. Enderium. We also are going to need to get exquisite emeralds and olivine with the Enderium in an autoclave to get our first raw chip, and it's not even a guaranteed. It's like 9% from what I can tell. But then once we get that, then we can smash it into 9 and use the Enderium again, and you know, still have a 9% chance. It's not until we get bacterial sludge does it become 90 or 80. I can't tell. It's too small of a text. But then once we get to like Europium, that's guaranteed. And Europium is pretty much fusion. I don't think you can... you can extract it, but I don't think you can get an ingot. Well, you can, if you get it through, if you get Europium dust, you can. We need Naquita anyway. There's Dolosite. I don't know if Dolosite comes from the T5 miner. Let's check on that. So yeah, there's a lot of things. Let's see. Okay, so there's no Dolosite, but there's Osmiridium. That's good to have. Stabilize. What the hell is that? Stabilized Organescent? Good lord, that's a new thing for me. Let's see. Deer 5. What is an Organescent? Oh. Wait, tier 5? Yeah. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, the advanced, the bigger miner. Right. Okay. But yeah, there will be things. We can get ender pearl blocks. That's pretty cool. Boron, the osmium and iridium, like I said before. Moly B ore, monazite. Palladium is cool, and realgar. 64 of it is pretty good too. But then there's also this. The snow chestite and the caimanite. And the snow chestite is going to come into play to get Naquata. We get Naquata hydroxide from the ore processing, and by processing that, we get Naquata dust. Now, I believe caimanite is going to come into play, particularly for trinium. And trinium is going to be a in-game resource, or a more in-game resource, I guess. I mean, we're not really in-game, we're kind of mid-game, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like, we are going to need trinium. That will turn into ingots, and the trinium will eventually become coils. So yeah. Where were we? Okay, so we're waiting on the nano processor. And you know, this might actually be a good time to end the episode once this gets crafted. Let's see. Iridium plate. Yeah, let's get that. The double iridium plate. Double iridium plate. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that right now. What is my... There's a bit of dust on my mouse that's bugging the crap out of me. Okay, it's making the mainframe. Okay, that does seem to be making, I think. It's hard to tell if it's getting stuck on something or not. It's either processing down here. Yes, okay. So it is cooking. I was going to say, or it's stuck in the vacuum freezer. But that does not seem to be the case. Okay, so once this emitter finishes, I'm gonna cut here. But once this finishes, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, everybody. So I got the plates and we got the emitter. Let's go ahead and pop that. Okie dokie. So the quest book is still not updating. Maybe because question mark. I'm not sure. There might be a quest in the earlier chapters that we've not checked off yet, per se. And there'll be some things that we're going to have to get into here soon. I think the fission reactor, we're going to need that block alone for the miner. Yes, the T6 and the T5 are going to need a controller. We're also going to need to make the port. And the supercharged array, not terrible, not crazy. The EV fill gen. Uranium, triplatinum. Oh boy. That's going to be a thing, isn't it? Triplatinum. Okay, so we're going to need platinum dust and uranium dust. Good lord, how we get uranium? Depleted uranium hexafluoride. That is not the recipe. Not that either. Okay, uranium hexafluoride. This is kind of bringing back memories. Uraninite dust. Okay, so we're gonna need to get into uraninite dust stuff with fluorine and hydrofluoric, and that goes from there. So how's our uraninite supply? Decent. Okay, so that'll be a next episode thing. That being said, I hope you all did enjoy. I will see you all in the next one. Ta-ta for now.